And welcome to the second part of the layouts feature on the Word tutorial videos. The last one I showed you how to set up your inline commentaries, and we got a few of them checked. This time on this part we're doing the word lookup dictionaries, and I've got a few of them checked. I've got Vine's New Testament and the International Standard Biblical Encyclopedia, the Encyclopedia, the Fawcett's, and the Hastings. Now I've already hit the apply and I've already hit the OK, so I've already got these set up. And in order to use these, the regular dictionary, not your inline commentaries, but the regular dictionaries, all you got to do if you want to find out more information about a word is the best thing to do would be to go to your secondary Bible, which is going to be your English one, and you can pick a word. I'm going to pick Jericho. I'm going to right click. Now as you notice, if I right click, there are several options that come up. And mainly what I want to do is I want to find out more information about Jericho. So I'm going to look up Jericho. And let's see, I'm going to look it up. And let's look it up in the International Standard Bible Encyclopedia. So I just click on that. And as you notice, my dictionary here automatically jumps over to the article that's related to Jericho. So I can read that whole article and find out any kind of background information. Now the right click also works for any word in any Bible or any book. For example, if I want to do a Greek word, let's take the word element here. Well, okay, it jumped on me, but we can take that and we can right click, and we have several options for the word elthane. We can find the lemma, which is erchomai, or we can go with finding elthane in the entire Texas Receptus, or looking up the Strongs, or finding the morph here, which is, it's a verb, a second aorist, active indicative, third person singular. So we can look it up there. We can look it up anywhere here, wherever you find a match. Or you have options for John 1:1 or 1:11, excuse me. You can copy, or you can go back to your Bible view options as well with the right click. So you have several options that you can do with your right click. So remember, you got your Strongs now, which you can just hover your mouse and it'll come over. Another thing is, if you notice how I can move over here, but it doesn't let me do the scroll. Well, if I wanted to scroll all the way down where I was at, I simply hold the Shift key and move my mouse over. Now I can scroll all the way and look. I can look at every cross-reference, or I can scroll and look at the morphology very quickly, or if I want, I can simply click on that word and it will take me to elthane. Go into Thayer's and clicking on it. So there's a lot of things which you can do with a click. Click, there you go, there you go. Switch back and forth. Erchomai is the lexical form there. So there's a lot of things you can do with a right click. There's a lot of things you can do with just clicking it. Another thing you may want is you may want to be able to have your commentaries jump straight to the passage. Suppose I want to view a John 1:11 in one of my commentaries. Well, typically you would come down here and you would find John 1:11 and click on it. Now that can be good, but you know, I want to be able to do a little bit more with that. So what I can do is I can come back here to this little gear wheel, come back to Bible view options, and I can come back to commentary links. I click on show commentary links. Look, I can either look up all available commentaries, or I can look up only specific ones. If I do that, I can choose the commentaries that I want. So let's choose the Expositor's Bible. Let's choose Gill. I like Gill. Let's choose, let's go ahead and go with Colin Delitzsch. Yeah, let's pick one more. Let's go with Let's go with Sutcliffe here. Remember, we're going to hit apply, and it's going to take a minute here. So let that load up, let that get there in the program. And once it finishes applying, we can hit OK. And what this is going to do is it is going to put a commentary link at the end of each verse, so that when you click on that verse, your commentary, it will take you straight to that verse versus having to look it up manually. And it's very, very, very helpful. Very helpful thing that you can do. So actually you can kind of see it off here to the left, and once it finishes closing, we'll be able to get a better view of exactly how that works. But it's very handy, instead of having to go back down to your commentary window and click your commentary window and scroll down to the verse and load it up and your commentary. You actually have all the commentaries that you want listed here. I've only got a few. You can click as many as you want or as little as you want. And let's try this. Let's go to John 12. Go to John 12:32. And you notice my window jumped to that, and that's because I have them linked. And I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. But let's say I want to look up John 12:32 in Sutcliffe. I simply, and notice that it jumped right to it. If I want to go back to Gill, I can do that, and it goes right back to Gill. Now, as far as linking your commentaries, you can do that also with this little paperclip icon. Now, if you notice, you hit this arrow and you have a couple different options. Well, you want really to have all three of them. Link this view even if inactive. And it would benefit you doing that with every single window. And I would make sure all three are checked. Now, the last thing to do, there's your setup. That's kind of how it can work together. The last thing you need to do is you need to save it so you can get back to it anytime you want. So I've already saved this one and I've named it. So the way you do it is you come down to View, you go to Layout, and you want to scroll all the way down to Save Current Layout, and you're going to scroll all the way up to where it says Save As. You're going to click in that box, and you're going to save it under any name you want. Now you notice I've got New Exegetical Layout up here, and look what's bold here, New Exegetical Layout. So whatever's in bold will be whatever you decided, whatever view is open at the time. You can jump back and forth to any of your layouts. You can create a number of them. It's very easy to do. So that's basically it for layouts. And in the next video, I hope to get into a little bit of searching. We're going to search for words and phrases, and we're also going to learn to search for morphologies. So thank you for dropping by and watching. I hope it's been an encouragement for you to study the Bible more. And keep on watching. I hope it's a help. And leave me feedback on how I can improve on my videos. I would really, really appreciate it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you next time.